YouTube. Thought I'd just make another tutorial video on my Subaru here. Today I am adding Bluetooth to my already installed iPod satellite radio module. Basically how it works is instead of having satellite radio, I've got a 30-pin iPod connector that is SAT1 and SAT2, and then there's a aux input that I'm also going to add. And that's the kind of input that the module uses there. It's RCA. I have an RCA adapter to 3.5 to Bluetooth, which I'm going to install. And then I also picked up new radar detector. This one's kind of a piece of shit. Upgraded to a much nicer one. All of my wiring is underneath here. I've got 3 cigarette plugs underneath here for cigarette plug devices. As you can see, my radar detector runs down here. Used to have a dash cam, but I got rid of it, so I'm going to be unwiring that today. And then for the 3rd sig plug, I believe it is just wired to my underglow that is just under the dash here. So, oh yeah, I think I came out here and forgot my keys. But anyway, we'll get started on how to take basically this whole center console thing out. First, you're going to want to pop the silver trim around the shifter out. It gets a little dirty, so it just grips a little bit. No big deal though. I'm going to put all the parts in the back seat here. Once you do that, put that in there pretty far, and you can kind of do this. Basically, this is only held in with tabs, so just kind of pop a tab out, and then all the tabs will follow. Shit. Okay, and I'm going to have to go get my keys, because you actually got to throw it in neutral to take this out. So I'll be right back. I'm back. So I got my keys, so what you're going to do is e-brake, go to on, push in your brake, go into neutral, turn the car off. Now it's not going to like it, your key's not going to come out and it's going to beep while you're doing this, but basically it just lifts on out like that. Then you've got a harness there, as you can see down in there. That's where all my SIG plugs are. Got a lot of custom wiring back in here for my sound system, all that. I've got 6 channels of RCA going to the back for my 2 amplifiers. So that's the next step. I'm going to go ahead and unhook that harness here. Let's see here. And it's a really easy harness, just comes out very easy. And that's your SIG plug right there. So you can easily tap into a circuit on your SIG plug, which is what I've actually done here. You can see I got a wire going off the SIG plug wires. Looks like I've got some ground and some power. So once you do that, you can go back into park, take your key out so you don't have to listen to that. Okay, next step, these 2 guys right here. I could stay organized with my tools here. There. And this is basically just going to be a tutorial of general how to get into this dash here. If you want to tap in, add a stereo. Since it's got the dual climate controls, unless you order a part from Japan that kind of works, you're stuck with the stock head unit. Luckily you can add iPod controls and all of that kind of stuff to this head unit, so it's actually a really nice stock stereo. Okay, and then once you do that, you're just going to kind of want to work this wood trim off. It's all clips. Same thing with this side here. Just kind of You're going to lift up. You're just up right here and then out for the rest. You're just going to kind of want to go at the angle it's already facing. Oop. I dropped one of the clips there. And this wood trim is really nice, so I try not to damage any of these. Okay, then the stereo has like 6 bolts, one way back there, one there, one there, one there, one there, and one there. And that's how you're going to take your stereo out. After that, again, you're going to have to go pretty much all the way back down into drive to pull this whole thing out, and then you can access the wiring from behind. I might not have to do that for the work I'm doing today, so I'll get back to you if I do need to, but that's basically how to take out your stereo in the 2008 Legacy. And if you have any other questions of like a specific project you're trying to do, feel free to hit me up. If you want info on like the iPod module I have, I could actually show you the kind of the functions of it. At first the price, I thought the price was a little high on this module. It's by iSimple and it's $100 for the module, but it is worth every penny. As you can see, I'm in Sat 1 and it's actually my iPod. It's my iPod right there. That's what Sat 1 is. And in Sat 1 you can, it has buttons that you just kind of have to learn what they do. I go into playlists, and then I can browse my playlists here. Got ballads, best decade ever, bumping for my subs, classics, just all my playlists, drinking tunes, grr. So, you know, you can go in and just pick a song. And then if you want to control your iPod from the iPod, you just go into Sat 2. Which, as you can hear, it's still playing. And then Sat 3 is what I'm going into today. Sat 3 Auxiliary 2. That's what this Bluetooth module here is going to be for. So Sat 3 is going to be my Bluetooth. And then I'm still going to get to use my stock aux input for an actual aux cable if I want it. So I got pretty much every possible way to play music on this thing, which is nice when you got friends that want to show you a song or something. So yeah, and it just plugs into the back of your radio as if it's the Sirius satellite module that you can get for this car, but instead the controls control your iPod instead. So it's a really nice mod, and you know, that's how you get in there. You can take these screws out, and then just you got to pull out everything from behind. You know, at this point you should know what you're doing. This little piece here, some people want to take this out. This is all just tabs, so you just want to pry it off, which I'm probably going to have to do since I'm moving my new radar detector over here, just so when a cop pulls me over, it's hidden by this curtain. Because where I live, they're not illegal, but you get a ticket if a cop sees one, so I'm going to try and hide it like right here so the cop doesn't actually see it when they pull me over, because it's hidden by the curtain here. So yep, I'm going to get to work on my car, but there's a little tutorial for you. I'd end up having to pull the radio out, so I thought I would just go ahead. And it is kind of a colossal mess back here just because I have so much aftermarket stuff back here. This is the satellite module plugging in, which if you look, it's the one way back there, I believe. Yep, that's the module, and then right there, that's my high-low adapter by Rockford Fosgate, getting me 4 channels, and then it splits right back in there into, I split the rear channel into rear and subwoofer. So I mean, I have 2 modules back here behind the stereo, so there's quite a bit of space back behind this thing, honestly. But yeah, I just thought, you know, this is kind of what it looks like from behind. All you have to do is take 3 screws out, leave these 2 alone. A lot of people think you're supposed to take those ones out, but you don't have to. So yeah, any questions, feel free to comment.